Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. And today, after a long time, I'm going to start my second day of JavaScript. So we are gonna be building this checkbox, checkbox challenge from Westbo's 30 days of JavaScript challenge. So, so here, if you can see, if we click on an item, then we can just cancel that item. So it's just whatever item we have completed. So it's a simple application that we have built. And another thing that we can do here is, like, if we click on this item and press shift key and click on this, then all the items in between will also get cancelled. So yeah, so this is the checkbox challenge that we are going to be building using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So yeah, so let me just show it to you again. So if I click on any items from here to here, or maybe like from bottom to the top, I'm sorry, uh, then all the items get cancelled. So yeah, so this is what we are going to be building. So yeah, so let's get started. And so yeah, so this is my screen, and I've created this project checkbox challenge, and I'm in the index.html file. So here I'm gonna start my template. So here let's create one div tag of all the inbox items. So div with class equals to inbox. Okay, and then let's create one div with the class of item, and then inside this we will have an input tag of type checkbox. And after this we are gonna have a p tag where we can write the detail. Like, let's say I'm just gonna create a simple item 1, and we can just copy all this item bunch of times. So I'm just gonna copy it 2 3. Okay, and let me just rename the item to 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So let me just save this, and I'm gonna open this with the live server. So here is an extension of live server. I've already installed this. So yeah, by which we can directly open this in the live server. So yeah, so this is how our checkbox HTML file is gonna look. So let's just style this. So let me create this new folder of CSS, and inside this I'm gonna style our HTML. So styles.css, and one thing that we have to do over here is link that. So link, well, style sheet, and equals to cool. We can just close this, and let's go inside the style.css. Now what we are gonna do is we are just gonna style the uh, our HTML file. So it's with the font family of let's use sans serif, and background color we can use whatever color you want. So here I'm just gonna use yellow color, or maybe orange. Sorry, orange. Yeah, cool. And then inside so this is the main HTML file, and inside this body we have this inbox which contains all the items. So let's gonna style this. So let me do one thing. Let me just yep, I think this will do. Cool. So let me keep it side by side so you can also see what are the items. So let me change this also orange color to a slight less orange. Yep, I think this looks better. So max width of 400 pixel, and let me put a background color of white. Cool. And uh, let's give it a margin of 50 pixel auto. So let me just save this, and you can see via this auto it just basically centrally aligns our inbox. And then let's give it a border radius of 5 pixel. Let's see. Cool. And also give it a box shadow of let's say 10 pixel, 10 pixel, 0, and RGBA. So we are gonna give a transparency, so basically 0 comma 0 comma, that this is the RGB, basically black color, and the transparency of 0.1. So if I save this, then you can see at the right hand side and the bottom side 10 pixel box shadow is there. So let me just stretch it a bit. Cool, I think that works. So dot item. So dot item, now inside the item I want to show it in each item horizontally, so let's use flexbox. So display flex. Cool. And now obviously I want to align the items centrally, so align item center. Cool. And let's create a border bottom. So over here, if you see, then after each item we have this border bottom, basically a small line. So we are gonna build that. So 1 pixel solid, and basically sort of light gray color, like, yeah. So yeah, item. And then over here in the last item we don't need that, so basically just gonna copy this and remove this, and border bottom basically 0, and this will be the last child, so last child. So if I do that, then top border bottom for this last child won't come. And then what we are gonna do is basically so whenever we click on this, then the item should get cancelled, like so how we are gonna do that is, in our index HTML we can see this p tag is the item 1 2 3, so item, and this checkbox is the input element. So whenever these two are adjacent to each other, and when the input is checked, then only this item should get cancelled. So what we can do is input, and that is checked, and that is adjacent to p, and what we can do is text decoration and line through. If I do that, then you can see. Cool. So what this does is basically, so it will style all the p tags with the text of line through that are adjacent to the checkbox which are checked. So that this is the significance of this adjacent operator in CSS plus. And then what we are gonna do is input of type equals to checkbox, and inside this we are gonna create a margin of 20 pixel. Cool. So now what is left over here is inside the p tag we can style it. So let's give it a font family of Helvetia. Okay, let me cool. And font weight of 200, and font size of 20 pixel. Cool. And what we can give it is a margin of 0. Cool. And then padding of 20 pixel. Okay, nice. And then we can also do is we can give a border left uh, 1 pixel solid, and this one is a bit dark. So if I do this, let's see. uh, this one is a bit dark, the horizontal one, so let's give it a slightly darker shade. So I'm gonna use this D1 D2 FF. Cool. Yeah, cool. So our styling is complete. Now what we wanna do is implement the functionality. Whenever our shift we press shift operator and clicks on this, then all the items in between should also get cancelled. So how to do that? So we can do using JavaScript. So let's create a JavaScript file. So let's script, and inside this let's create a new file, scripts.js, script.js. Cool. And before that, we are just gonna include that in the index.html file. So I think, yeah, below this div tag, we can just inside the body we can include that. So script, and then so basically source equals to dot slash scripts. Cool. And now we can start writing our JavaScript inside this script.js. So what we wanna do is basically first grab all the items with this input of checkbox. So we are gonna grab all these. So check boxes equals to document dot query selector all, and then we are grab all the item along with the input with type equals to check. Yep. Check box. Yeah, we can save that. So let me just close this, and yeah, so check boxes. And now what we can do is let me console dot log and show you the check boxes. So if I just you can see all the 7 items, 1 2 3 4 6 7 items are coming. So yeah, so all the check boxes are selected. Now what we wanna do is all these check boxes dot for which we are gonna listen to an event whenever we click on this for each, and then each checkbox we are gonna apply an event listener to that. So basically checkbox dot add event listener, and we are gonna apply the click event, and apply the function of handle click. So I hope till now here it is clear. Now what we can do is function handle click and pass our event. Cool. Now let's just console dot log this event. So what we can do is let me just click on this, and if I click on any item, let's click on this. I think it's add event checkbox. Yep. Now I think, yeah, mouse event, you can see the event is getting captured. So yeah, so now let me just remove this. So now what we can do is first, basically whenever we click on any item, then as soon as we click on this item and press shift key and click on this, then we have to capture what was the last event. So like whenever we click on this, so we can declare one variable that last checked, and we can do last checked equals this. Cool. So last checked equals to this. Now we have grabbed the last checked item. Now what we can do is uh, if uh, if our event dot shift key is pressed, basically if the shift key is down and the current item is checked, this dot checked. So basically when the first item is checked, then nothing will happen, in the sense like if we press the shift key and it will go inside the, so whenever the shift key is pressed and we check an item, then this function will run. Now what we want is basically here we are gonna again loop through all the checkboxes. So checkboxes dot for each, and again take one checkbox at a time, and then what we are gonna do is we are gonna check if the current checkbox that we clicked sorry, for each checkbox, if checkbox equals to this, like the current checkbox that we are gonna click, or it is the last click. So checkbox equals to last checked. So what this means is basically let me show console dot log there. So if I open this console, so let me also console dot log checkbox. So if I run it again, yeah, so first I have to click on any item, and if I click, so you just saw what happened, right? So let me just show you again. So if I press the shift key and click on this item, then basically this inside the if function runs, and it basically check like inside the if function, all the it will see all the checkbox one by one, and then it will just print that. And if the checkbox is this, like currently I clicked on this, that's why hey there is printed, otherwise it was the last check. So if I press the hold down the shift key and click on this, then let me just show you again. So I won't press it for the first time because it will confuse you, and so I'm just gonna click on shift and press it on the second time. So you can see like here there is clicked for the because of this last checked, here there is printed, and then again when we clicked on this, then here there is again printed. So I think you got my point, because whenever we shift key is pressed and we clicked on the second item, then it will iterate through all the items and then check if the checkbox is this, like the current checkbox is the current one or the last one. So whenever it is the current one or the last one, then here there will be printed. Now what we want is basically we want to select all the items in between these, and put them to mark as checked, right? So that's what we wanted to do. So what we can do is inside this function we can create a variable let in between equals false, and uh, and over here what we can do is a mark in between to the opposite of that. So I think you might be thinking, why didn't we just mark it true? Because otherwise when the when we were looping through that, then whenever basically we want to toggle for the second time as well, like suppose this is marked and then we are gonna click on this, then for now it is false, then over here it is also false, and after it will be true, then true true true, and after this we are just gonna mark it again as false. So we won't check these items. just like that. So what we can, so let me just write it, and then I think you will be able to understand that. So now if in between is basically true, uh, in between, and then check box dot checked equals to true. So yeah, so that's what our code will be. So let me just show you, let me just comment this part and show you. So if I click on this and press the shift key and click on this, then all the items will get selected. So yeah, so this is how we built this checkbox using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. I hope you will be able to understand this, and if not, then otherwise go through the video again and then you will be able to get this. So if you like the video, then please subscribe to my channel. I like the video, and thank you very much. See you next time.